Hello, today we're going to talk about digital real estate, digital land, what is called virtual real estate. My name is Lyle with DFW Top. That stands for Design for Winners to Optimize Profitability. So what is virtual land? What is all this hubbub about it? You like the word hubbub? I do. Digital real estate, first let's start there. Let's start with terminology. Digital real estate can be a website. A website is digital real estate. Okay, keep that in mind. A website is digital real estate. Digital land is a different term. Digital land means a website that has land on it that's in the metaverse. And again, we got terminology. Metaverse is just a big, overwhelming word that just means digital land. Let's rephrase that. Metaverse is just an all-encompassing word that we're using to talk about the online world of interaction. Okay, so it's Web 3, if you want to call it that. Web 3 just means it's interactive digital media. All right, so digital land is on the metaverse, you want to call it that, and you have virtual real estate. So virtual real estate, basically, they have pixels. A pixel is a little dot on your screen. If you zoom in really close on your screen right now, not while in this video, because it'd be really scary. I don't want my big face up there. But if you zoomed in on the video real quickly on your screen, you'd see little dots on there. Those dots are called pixels. Websites are made out of pixels. All those little pixels mean something. So they're taking these pixels and they're selling a pixel to an individual. So you're buying a pixel on their computer, on their server, on their website. That is digital land. They're selling you a pixel. So you can go on there and supposedly you can build all these things, and large companies, Adidas and Nike and all these companies are buying virtual land. Where are they buying them? There's places called Superworld, Sandbox, Decentraland. You may have heard of all these different things. They're buying all these digital lands, but what's the deal about it? Okay, let's get into that. First off, there's a bunch of hype. I went on one site. Let's see. I went to OpenSea. I went to Decentraland. I was looking at some land and everything. It was $186,000 for a single pixel. Whew. That is pretty speculative. I don't know what you can do with a single pixel. They're like, oh, buy now, there's limited space and all this stuff. It is a website. It is a computer. They can add another server and add a whole bunch more digital land, digital real estate. There's no such thing as it being limited space. So please, please, please do not buy into the hype. Now, before you start saying anything, yes, I own NFTs, I own crypto, all that stuff. I'm not a guru. I'm not here to talk about a guru. I'm a real estate investor, but I want to look at this thing of virtual real estate. And I want to see, are we actually capable of doing anything with that as a real estate investor, putting our mind into place? So, number one, don't get caught up in the hype. Number two, the utility, the usability. What can you do with it? Well, you can go in there and you can spend a lot of time and a lot of money to build buildings on it so that people can walk around their digital selves. We are far from being able to walk in these things in a virtual way that's anything that's an immersive experience. Okay, so let me just state that right now. So you're banking on something that's going to happen in the future. So if you're willing to put out some money and do that, go for it. Build something really cool and let people come to it and let them develop that new interactive sensation. Let's make that happen. That's awesome. I want to hear about it. It's be awesome. But keep in mind, you're purchasing land on someone else's server. You're purchasing land. You're purchasing a part of their server, a part of their website. So you're always going to have to go through them. You're like, well, can I build one on my own page? Yes, you can. You have to build the 3D environment, the Web 3 technology. It can be done. It's very expensive to be done. But as a real estate investor, I'm not going to be speculative. The reason I buy real estate, real live actual homes and houses, is because they're not making more land. There is no more extra land. It's all been created. Now you can say, well, up in Dubai, they created this new land mass and everything. No, they imported land that was already existing and created a different setup of that land. The land was still there. So let's don't get into semantics, but real estate should be a tried and true method. As a matter of fact, real estate, this is my opinion, is one of the safest investments. What other investment can you purchase the investment, purchase an insurance on the investment, and almost always have somebody that needs it because everybody needs to live in a house, right? It makes sense. So when you're buying in the virtual world, what are you buying? You're buying a pixel on somebody else's computer. It is very speculative. If you have money to throw at it and you want to go in there, I'd say get a Bored Ape first because the utility is better on it. Just being honest. But if you just have to have the land, make sure you're getting land that's really close to something that's very active. You want to be close to a large company where a lot of people are going to have a lot of foot traffic so you can get foot traffic. And then ask yourself, why do I do this? What's the purpose of it? Ultimately, you want to make money on it, right? So you're hoping to grab it and sell it off later, but there's no guarantee that it's going to sell off later for a bigger price. If they add another piece of land, your value just decreased by tenfold. So you never know what's going to happen. You're not in control of that. If I buy a real estate investment property, a physical one, I'm in control of that. I'm in control of whether I add a new layer of that house or add a new room to that house and make it bigger or smaller or add a garage or whatever it is. I'm in control of that. You don't have control when you're in stocks. You don't have control when you're buying virtual land. So keep that in mind. Hopefully this helps you out. I'd love to see the conversation. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of people tell me all kinds of fun stuff at the bottom. So join the conversation. Join the comments below. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. We're going to talk about real estate investing and business and marketing. That's what this is all about. Because remember, this is designed for winners, and that's you, so that you can optimize your profitability. And I'm going to tell you right now, profitability on NFTs and profitability on virtual real estate is not where it needs to be. You have no way of actually tracking those things. If you disagree with me, put them in the comments. Let's have this conversation. I'd love to hear from you. Have a great day.